its immense size, Donkey Kong 64 is one of those games that can be very daunting, especially when it comes to finding all there is to find and defeating all there is to defeat. These tips will hopefully assist in this sometimes helpless abyss. I call it my 7 strategic steps to Donkey Kong success. The first tip seems obvious enough, but is often overlooked when playing console games. Turn up the sound on your television. Nearly every important item and location in the game makes a different kind of sound. So learn the sounds and follow them. They will undoubtedly lead you to something you've missed. 2. Due to the camera and controls, using Diddy Kong's jetpack can be extremely frustrating. To aid in this aviary debacle, here is a tip. Don't throttle and turn at the same time. Just turn, head in the direction you want to go, then throttle. And instead of slamming on the gas, simply tap the throttle for better control, keeping the camera in line. 3. It's sometimes difficult to get through the giant levels in Donkey Kong 64. One way to know if you've explored an area is if you find bananas or balloons lying around. If you see a banana, keep going. You've probably overlooked this part of the level. 4. One key part of finding all the booty in DK64 is to use the banana ports wisely. If you find one that isn't working, you know you need to keep exploring the level to find the other one. Also, be sure to use all the Kongs in all the banana ports, as in later levels, there are areas that can only be accessed through them. 5. This can be a lifesaver. If you find yourself running low on health, simply find a character switch barrel, enter it, and even if you haven't switched Kongs, you will have replenished your melons. It's a cheap fix, but worth it. 6. Blowing up balloons to procure their bountiful bananas is done best by shooting it at the end of its trail, while it pauses to turn back the other way. For circular path balloons and other flying objects, fix your sight on the path and wait, sniper style. And finally, strategic tip number 7. Don't choke when it comes to beating the bosses. Like most computer-generated, artificially learned creatures, the bosses in DK64 have movement patterns that are predictable. So, instead of freaking out and mashing your buttons or your thumb calluses, you must be at one with the boss. Breathe slowly, observe, then attack. I call this the Sessler method. So remember, listen closely, finesse the throttle, use the banana ports wisely, manage your melons, bust the balloons, and last but not least, use the Sessler method.